Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you everybody for your incredible support recently. I really do appreciate it. Today's a Saturday. I am really focused in this video on just kind of looking at the market. I want to talk about a couple things because we made investments, we recommended investments recently, and yeah, we're going to talk everything and anything in FIFA. If you enjoy the video, drop a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about FUT Fantasy. I like the FUT Fantasy heroes. We'll talk about them today. I'm not that crazy about the promo team release. There's a couple really good cards. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about the promo. Without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. So for sure today in SBCs, yesterday we had Depay. We'll talk about that in a second. But what's brand new today is Al Jaber. Now, nobody uses his hero card. His actual card on the market is always... whether it's the World Cup version or the baby version, nobody really uses him. I tried him out. He's not very good. I packed him. I didn't like him. This card has +2 pace, +3 dribbling, +3 physical, +2 passing, and +2 shooting. You also get the link to Ronaldo, 4-star, 4-star. Nothing too crazy on the traits. And he gets 2 upgrades if they win 1 match in the next 6. And if they... avoid defeat in the next 6. So that's what's going on. And to be honest, the finishing is really nice. The long shot's not so much, but agility a little bit low. Reaction's really good. Strength is all right. It's not a crazy card. So this card to me shouldn't be more than like probably 50k at the most. It is available for 82 days, and it's an 86 squad with 288 overall or higher players, which is tough for me to recommend because I just know on the market there is no way that he would be more than like 100k even right now. So if you gave it a couple days, I think he would just drop. But yeah, another place to put your fodder. And again, if you are using Ronaldo, maybe something to consider. There's potential there. Not too sure. So that's the player release today. I don't think we got really anything else. The 89 plus is still there if you haven't done it. And other than that, I think that's all the content today. So that's fine because I was going to record a video this morning, but I was like, you know what, let me just wait till the content today because just in case there's anything crazy that comes out, we obviously want to be able to talk about it. And objective-wise, I don't think there is really anything going on, right? You've got Guri, who this came out yesterday. I didn't really get to talk about this much, but yeah, 4-3. Guri had a card last year, a Moments card that was very good. 4-star, 3-star, nothing too special with the stats. Obviously can upgrade, right? So that's the appeal to it. But, you've got to win 7 rivals matches, I believe, with 3 French players. So maybe I'll go for it this week. Maybe I'll just make a rivals team with French players. If you score 8 goals using 4-star skills, if you score an assist using an attacker from the League 1 and force up a rivals matches, and if you assist 5 goals with 3 League 1 players in your starting squad. So to be honest, guys, the card is not that crazy. You can upgrade to a 91. And if you are doing 8 rivals wins, which now that I am in the Elite Division, I'm kind of getting back into the groove again because I actually just got some really good rewards last week. So it's making me want to get my 8 wins. To be honest, you can get this card through just getting 8 wins for the weekly rewards, the max rewards. So in terms of like efficiency of time, this is pretty efficient, right? The fact that you can get this card, he's nothing too crazy, but his links are very good and probably worth the try. Defying Expectations came out yesterday. This is really, really, really nice. If you win 7 matches in any game mode with 6 Prem players, and then you also get some hero loans, which is nice. And obviously Ginola on the market is 12 mil, so having a loan Ginola is really nice if you want to play in those friendlies or those PS tournaments. Obviously we'll have to try him out this week as well. I am very, very hoping, EA Sports, listen up, please drop the draft tokens again, and please put out a draft objective like you have in the past with the 20 wins, but make it 40, right? Put more slots for 25, 30, 35, 40. The FIFA Ultimate Team experience is so alive the weeks that you have the draft in there. It never dies. The viewership is crazy in the week. I'm logging on, playing 6-7 hours of FIFA every day when those draft objectives are there because you've still got your FUT champs, your rivals, your objectives, your cups, and then the draft, right? People play nonstop. So please put the draft back, and also hopefully we get a FUT Fantasy Cup this week. The last time we had a cup where there was a guaranteed player pack for the promo team was during the Winter Wildcards promo, and there was at the end a Winter Wildcards player pack, I believe. So hopefully we can get that again, and there would be a guaranteed FUT Fantasy. That would be awesome because obviously these are live cards, and we want to try to get as many of these as possible. Before we get onto the market, before we, go any further today, I want to talk about Depay. We are going to be dropping a review of him on our second channel tonight. I don't have much time today, but I am going to run a few games because I packed 90 Hullet, which I put on Twitter. Crazy on my second account. So we're going to do this card on our second account. Our main account doesn't have a ton of coins to do this. And also 3-star weak foot. But a card that definitely could get 2 or 3 upgrades and maybe even 4 with Atletico Madrid. At 328k, I don't like the weak foot, but I do like the fact that it's probably better value than an icon pack. You'd have to get really lucky on the icon pack, the 89 plus, with it being like 550k. So that was the SBC release yesterday. It's not the craziest, right? 5.4 would have been the craziest SBC, and it is very interesting, in my opinion, just with this promo team, to speak on it real quick. All right. For me, it's very interesting to see EA being a little bit hesitant with this promo team, and I think it's because they're releasing FUT Fantasy a couple weeks earlier this year than they did last year. FUT Fantasy was basically the last promo until, like, we had FUT Captains until Team of the Season, but it was one of the last promos. It was in the end of March. And if you look at the cards last year, I mean, even pre-upgrade, right? St. Max, Rashford. Now, I know people argue and say they don't want the same players in every single promo. I totally understand that, but I think they could have made some of these players a little bit crazier. Alexis Sanchez would have liked to see like a 5-star on the weak foot or the skills. Isak is interesting. Benrahma, again, would have liked to see a 5-star. It's that time of the year where I feel like EA just have to go and really go for it. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the market because this team kind of just dropped overnight. It didn't really do that well. I think Llorente is probably one of the only players, him and Saliba. You know, what I do really like about Llorente and Saliba is that at least in this promo, we do have a couple cards that could be potentially like endgame. I would say if Llorente, you know, if he ends up getting this 93, he's going to be insane, right? He's going to have high 90s in the pace. He's going to have unbelievable dribbling and unbelievable passion. His lowest face stat is probably going to end up being like an 86 or an 87, which will be shooting, and his defending will also be that. So he's going to be so good. This is a really nice selection. I know that Llorente is a little bit more common in the promos, but still nice to see. Right back, right mid. Always love that. And then this promo is crazy because, like, some players are just so expensive. Now, I know Marseille is really good, and I know Alexis Sanchez will end up getting some of these upgrades for sure, but he went from 450k on release to 1.1 yesterday, and he's still stable at 700k, which to me is just wild. Played against him in FUT Champs today. He wasn't that good, but I guess, you know, for the flashback feel of Alexis Sanchez, 95 agility, 96 balance, 95 dribbling. So it is a really good, well-rounded card with the dribbling and the passing and even the pace and the shooting. So maybe I can understand, but 700k still seems insane. And then you've got Saliba. So it'll be interesting to see what the mini releases tomorrow with these cards. You know, obviously right now they're still very new on the market. Saliba's super expensive. And just so you guys know, the upgrades on these cards do not start until March 17th. So do not be panic selling, panic buying these cards today based on results. Ran out is March 4th, and there's no upgrades until March 17th, right? That's when the upgrades can start to happen. Doesn't mean they're going to happen right away, but that's when the games in the league will start being tracked. So just keep that in mind, guys, because I think a lot of people are being a little bit misled today with how these cards are supposed to upgrade. Now, before we get into the FUT Fantasy Heroes, we actually have a bunch of new Man of the Matches. I know, you're like, what? We actually have Man of the Matches. Yeah, we do. We have Man of the Matches that just dropped today. We've not had many throughout, you know, this FIFA so far, but there's a bunch of new Man of the Matches. This goalkeeper is definitely one of them, and I think we're going to have to search a little bit higher to filter him out. But yeah, we've got Dybala, Man of the Match, which is really unlucky because I actually packed his ones to watch, and this is why I should have kept him, and this is why I said I was going to keep all my ones to watches, but I put him in an icon pack, and I had his ones to watch, and look, I know he's got a 3-star weak foot, but his ones to watch would have been pretty crazy. He was an 89, I think, as is, so he's now going to be a 90, and Dybala's always got the trade, so maybe I messed up there. We've got a Man of the Match, Fred. I mean, he should be discard. Di Maria, same thing, should be discard. Jovic with the 5-star weak foot, but will be discard. Adeyemi probably will be discard, right? 74 reactions, 3-star weak foot. Florian Wirtz. So nice to see these. Again, would probably like to see EA boost these cards, kind of like they've been doing with Team of the Week. But Man of the Match, Lozano, not too bad, right? Not the best with a weak foot, but super fast. Obviously, you know what's going to be happening with Lozano. And then besides Dybala, Casemiro looks like I guess one of the marquee Man of the Matches. I don't know what his price is. He's already 160k. He's pretty slow, but he is pretty good this year, and 92 rated. So that's the new Man of the Match team. And now what I really want to talk about is 2 more things. I want to talk about FUT Fantasy Heroes, and I want to talk about investments with Road to the Final and just kind of going forward. So FUT Fantasy Heroes have been kind of crazy with the trends. Ledley yesterday was extinct at 500k. He went up to 700, and now he's down to 480. Some point, though, I think these cards are going to start to get rare. I will say he is really good, right? Medium high, 4-star weak foot. So the thing is, right, I don't love, like, the fantasy cards that were released. They're okay, right? Llorente, Saliba. I think Skriniar, actually, who I did end up packing, which is wild, is really good. I think Alexis is solid. And I think, like, yeah, for me, those are the players. Skriniar, by the way, his gold card is insane. So if you do try him, let me know. I haven't tried him yet. But the heroes are amazing, right? I feel like this card with, potential +2 could be really automatic. Some of the best center backs in this game are like Ramos, Lucio, players with 82 pace, and he has that. Not to mention, he's also got 93 defensive awareness, 91 strength, 91 reaction. So there's a lot to like here. And not to mention, 82 short passing with 93 composure is phenomenal. The issue is that obviously this is based on the form of Tottenham, and avoiding defeat in 6 matches is going to be tough. That's really the large upgrade, because you can get 3 new traits with that upgrade as well, and then 1 win in the next 6. That's definitely going to happen, I feel like, with Spurs. So at least a +1. And again, as I said, it'll be interesting to see how EA do the upgrades with these cards, because will they just do a +1 everywhere? So when he gets an upgrade, will it just be a +1? Because it says +1 overall upgrade. Now, on his +1 inform upgrade, a lot of time when a player gets a +1, 2 face stats get a +2. So will be interesting to see how EA do that. Peter Crouch looks really, really fun. He got panic sold all the way down to 270 earlier. He's up to 345. This is going to be the card that everybody really wants to try out, and it's super understandable because it's freaking 6'7", 5-star skills Peter Crouch. I mean, who wouldn't want to try this card? 92 finishing, 89 attack positioning, 88 reactions, 88 ball control, 90 composure with 86 strength, 98 heading accuracy. So he's going to be a really fun card to use. That is for sure. No doubts about that. And yeah, we'll have to try him out. We've got so many players to try, and obviously Premier League links. And I love that they've made him 5-star skills. 4-star weak foot would be nice, but yeah, I love this because I just feel like it makes him that much more usable. We've got Cool, who's been really stable. I mean, he's just been 1.2 the whole time. In terms of the upgrade on his 88, it is +2 pace, +2 dribbling, +2 physical, +2 passing, and +2 shooting with +3 defending. So really +2s just about everywhere. Looks really solid. Obviously with leads, so defeat tough, win possible. So yeah, looks solid. Nothing too crazy. Never really loved medium. Now Abedi Pele is 1.96. He's actually 2 mil. He was extinct all night, right? He went up to 2.17. He was literally extinct all night, though. 4-star, 97 agility. The one thing I will say is that even when he had his Shapeshifters card last year, he was very good, but he still wasn't top tier with like all high 90 stats. So not too sure how he will be. 2 mil seems really expensive to me. It is based on the form of Marseille, so decent side, and that defeat one is going to be really tough for a lot of these upgrades, right? That's just not easy no matter who you are. Whatever team you play for, or obviously with these heroes in the past, it's just not going to be easy for these clubs to avoid defeat. So 2 mil seems crazy to me. Obviously, highlight stats with him, though. He's got great dribbling. I think his pace is really good. I'd still probably use him out wide. Who else do we have here? We've got a couple other players for sure. I might have to search like specifically for them, but yeah, Cordoba. Cordoba's like 1.26, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. He's up to like what, 136, 133, 13. So yeah, Cordoba, really solid. Obviously for Inter, low high, and that's very possible for this to get a +2. Very possible, and obviously with him, just undersized, but really like that prime Cannavaro feel. So love the selection here. Think this was awesome. I think that Al Jaber, it's cool that we're getting a hero SBC today. I just wish it was a little bit more like, even though Keane was really expensive, they had actually released Keane before a few months ago at 5-star weak foot. So I want it to be a little bit more usable. Capdevia obviously has been really stable at 1.6. Just end game left back. Doesn't look like he's going much higher than that, but if he stays 1.6 all week, and maybe this week he's actually going to go even higher, his demand seems really strong. 88 defensive awareness, 89 slide tackling, 89 stand tackling. Just, we know what Capdevia is all about, so for me, this one's double the price of his World Cup hero, but with any type of upgrade, man, it's going to be crazy, right? Even with a +1, it's just going to be wild. Capdevia is so good in this game. I don't know what it is. And then Ginola is selling for how much? So Ginola is up at 13.4 mil, as I said. Yesterday, EA released a price range of 5 mil for him, and I said if you can snipe him, go, because it's going to be millions of coins. But obviously so rare, and yeah, he's like Team of the Year Mbappe. This is what we predicted. Obviously, he looks crazy. Ginola is the jam god. And then, you know, really in the channel the last couple of days, I've been kind of saying, like, with the market, I think the market's going to go up a lot with some of these heroes. And Ginola was like 128, and now his hero's up at, what, like 144? And there's still some investors there. We made some coins on that Di Natale. I had told people to buy Captivia when he was like 700 because I just thought that his new card would be so expensive. And, you know, just for everybody watching this channel, like, in the future, you don't need for me to even tell you, like, to do that. You'll just be able to do it, right? When these cards come out as new boosted heroes, they're so expensive. With the coins in the market right now, it's so easy to read this. Captivia is going to be like 830 on Monday. He's going to go even higher. So if you guys bought those cards, very, very well done. You know, for me, the only thing I really picked up, as you know, is those Anthonys. I sold a couple. Here's the sales. I bought this at 250, and then I bought this at 60. We still have the Anthonys. And then yesterday in the panic, I bought a Nuno for 545 because the Champions League is this week. So I'm feeling like he's going to kind of rise up to maybe over 600, and I just thought it would be some easy coins to make. So yeah, we've got these ones to watch Anthony's. United play tomorrow, and then we've got this Nuno. And speaking of Nuno, I want to talk about road to the finals because we had recommended some, and I still think there's time to get in. Lucas Moura, I said, is probably going to be 240 at game time. He's already 225. No surprises there. I think he's going to continue to rise. Who else has gone up a little bit since yesterday? Raspadori, same price. Malin, 125. Wouldn't be surprised if Malin goes up a little bit more. Dortmund Chelsea is massive this week, and I think people are going to gamble. So I may even get back in because I just think he's going to go even higher. I think if I could get him at 120, I still think that's very flippable for like 140. It just feels like everybody in the next kind of couple of days is going to just switch over and start gambling with these cards, especially tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be the day where everybody's like, I'm getting in. It's tough, too, because when you look at the market for these cards, you're like, wow, the supply is so crazy. How could this card really rise a lot? But they just keep rising. You know, I was looking at Lucas Moura, and I was sitting there like, how the hell is this card going to go to 240? I was, like, questioning myself, even though I was just still sitting there saying, yeah, this is going to happen. And look, right now he's 221. Like, I need to try to sell a couple cards to get 220K. We really need to because we just need to get in on that investment. It looks so good. We might have to try to sell Emerson if we can. I don't really think we've got any other tradable fodder is the problem. So we're probably going to have to flip one of those Anthonys to be able to get in, you know. So we'll see what happens. And really that's all with the market. I think I've got an untradeable Fabinho I've still got to sell. So it's possible. But for now, just going to chill out. And I think that's about it, guys. Like, other than that, not too much happening on FIFA right now. I've got 7 items to claim. I don't even know what they are. Oh, I had a dupe trap. And other than that, yeah, we just don't really have that much, guys. So we're going to be finishing out Weekend League over the weekend. Oh, also, yes, I had tweeted EA yesterday morning, and I said, hey, you know, can we get a Weekend League extension? What are you saying? Right? I actually just straight up tweeted them. What is this? Head-to-head winning? Oh, 25K pack. And how many more till I have to get the 50? I think 10 more. Okay, 10 more. So I have a 584 as well. That's really nice. So I tweeted them yesterday morning because yesterday the gameplay was so freaking bad. The servers were down. If the gameplay was working for you, it was still really bad. I had the worst gameplay yesterday. It was terrible. And yesterday, a couple hours after that, they extended the Weekend League. So anybody watching this video, I would recommend playing this weekend because you've got an extra day. And they have extended it by 24 hours. So I'm going to be playing 2 Weekend Leagues. We've got until Monday night, which is awesome. Yeah, that's the second time I tweeted them this year, and they extended it. So I feel like I usually am tweeting them, though, with pretty good reason. I'm not just sitting there every weekend saying it. So thanks, everybody, for watching the video. Thank you guys for all the support. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Peace.